Good day, everyone. I am Earl together with my partner Clifford, and today we are going to discuss Confucius and his Analects. Confucius was an ancient Chinese philosopher whose teachings continue to influence cultures and ethics. Today, we set out on a journey to learn more about his life and ideas. His most well known book, The Analects, will be the focus of our presentation as we explore its eternal value in historical as well as modern contexts. Background of Confucius. Confucius was a well-known philosopher and teacher who was born in the state of Lu, which is now Shandong, China, around 551 BCE. Confucius, despite his humble beginnings, had a profound impact on Chinese culture, ethics, and government. He lived in the Eastern Zhou era, which was characterized by civil disorder and chaos in politics. Confucius' philosophy placed a strong emphasis on moral principles, ethics, and social harmony, since he thought these things were crucial for a fair and orderly society. Generations of scholars, rulers, and people looking for advice on how to lead moral lives would be influenced by his teachings. Confucius is often referred to as Kongfuzi or Confucius, an honorary title, and his legacy continues to endure, making him one of the most significant figures in Chinese history. So here are the main teachings and philosophies from the Analects. Confucius emphasized number one, Ren. Ren, which is frequently translated as benevolence or humaneness, is one of the main principles of Confucian philosophy. It is a concept that encompasses the core virtues of kindness, virtue, and empathy for other people. Confucius thought that the development of Ren was crucial to establishing a peaceful and morally upright society. This virtue emphasized both the obligation to treat others with kindness and compassion, as well as the growth of a genuinely moral and upright personality. For Confucius, Ren extended beyond more social etiquette. It represented a profound moral disposition that should guide every aspect of life. The practice of Ren involved empathy, understanding, and a sincere desire to contribute to the well being of others. It was seen as the key to fostering strong and harmonious relationships within families, communities, and society at large. Confucius himself exemplified Ren through his teachings and actions, advocating that individuals should strive to become Junzi, or noble individuals, by embodying Ren in their daily lives. The enduring appeal of Ren lies in its universal message of the importance of compassion and benevolence as the foundation for a just and flourishing society, transcending cultural and temporal boundaries. Next one is Li. Li, which is frequently translated as propriety or ritual, is a fundamental idea in Confucian philosophy. It refers to the collection of ancient laws, rites, and ceremonies that control how people behave and interact with one another. Li, according to Confucius, was essential for upholding peace and order in society. He saw it as a way to impart moral principles, uphold respect for authority, and promote ethical behavior in people. In the Confucian view, Li encompasses various aspects of life, from the way one greets others to the conduct of religious ceremonies and government functions. It is not merely about following rules for the sake of tradition, but rather about understanding the deeper moral principles that underlie these rituals. Through the practice of Li, individuals were expected to demonstrate reverence, respect, and a sense of duty in their actions. While Li has evolved, its enduring significance in Confucianism lies in its role as a vehicle for transmitting and preserving moral values and societal norms. It serves as a reminder that social harmony and ethical behavior are upheld not only through laws, but also through the shared customs and rituals that bind a community together. Third one is Shao. One of the core qualities in Confucian ethics, Shao, which is frequently translated as filial piety, has a specific place in Confucian ethics. It exemplifies the tremendous regard, adoration, and consideration that young people are expected to have for their parents and other adults. Confucius thought that filial piety was the basis for a peaceful, morally upright society. He highlighted that those who practiced Shao would not only respect their parents but also serve as role models for others, fostering respect for authoritative figures and the rules of society. In Confucian thought, Shao involves fulfilling both emotional and practical responsibilities towards one's parents. This includes providing for their material needs, ensuring their comfort, and, most importantly, showing deep reverence and gratitude. The practice of Shao extended beyond the immediate family to encompass loyalty and respect for one's ancestors, marking a continuity of values and traditions across generations. Through the concept of Shao, Confucius underscored the significance of the family as the foundation as the foundational unit of society and stressed that filial piety was not only a personal virtue but also a crucial element in nurturing a just and stable community. Key principles from the Analects. The Golden Rule. Confucianism's Shu concept, which emphasizes empathy and reciprocity, is at the core of the Analects and is sometimes referred to as the Golden Rule. Do not do to others what you do not want to be done to yourself. It teaches people to treat others with compassion, fairness, and respect, just as they would want to be treated themselves, and to think about how their actions may influence other people. The Golden Rule serves as the basis of Confucian values, encouraging harmony in interpersonal relationships and directing people toward righteous conduct in their families, communities, and society as a whole. Second one is self-improvement. The Analects provide a lot of attention to personal growth and improvement. According to Confucius, people should always work to develop their moral character and pursue excellence in every aspect of their existence. He promoted the idea that improving oneself may help one make beneficial contributions to society in addition to being a personal aim. This idea is consistent with the Confucian idea that people might attain Junzi or noble status by exhibiting moral traits like generosity, discernment, and integrity. The Analects inspires people to start a lifetime of moral and intellectual progress with its emphasis on self-cultivation. Next is education and ethics. In the Analects, ethics and education go hand in hand. Confucius believed that education was a powerful force for change that could mold people into morally upright and virtuous beings. He emphasized the value of studying classic literature and picking the brains of ancient sages. In this sense, education includes the development of ethical ideas and the strengthening of a moral compass in addition to academic knowledge. The Analects also discuss leadership, emphasizing that leaders must serve as good models for their followers. Confucius held that leaders should rule with goodness and justice, putting the welfare of the people they rule above everything else. Fourth one is leadership. The Analects offer deep perceptions of leadership, especially moral leadership. Confucius emphasized the need to set moral examples for people to follow. He argued in favor of rulers who prioritize the well-being of their communities over their interests and rule with goodness, wisdom, and fairness. For those in positions of control, this moral approach to leadership acts as a timeless manual, serving as a reminder that one of the responsibilities of leadership is to promote the well-being of those under one's care. Confucian ideals continue to guide conversations on ethical leadership, corporate social responsibility, and the goal of a just and peaceful society in today's leadership debates.
Examples and stories from the Analects. A harmonious society. The Analects are loaded with instances and tales that highlight the significance of establishing preserving a peaceful community. One of the famous examples is found in Book 12, Chapter 5, where Confucius highlights the value of reciprocity and respect for one another. The principle emphasized the idea that people should treat others as they would like to be treated, fostering mutual respect and harmony with these communities. He says, is there anyone word that could guide a person throughout life? It is perhaps the world shoe, reciprocity, do not impose on others what you desire. The analysts also frequently explore the idea of junzi, or honorable people who set an excellent example, showing how virtue can encourage others and promote peace in society. Respect for elders. The analysts frequently discuss respectful elders, which reflects on Confucius' strong respect for tradition and authority. Confucius emphasized the need for propriety and reverence for elders in Book 2, Chapter 4, where he says, in serving your parents, you ought them to dissuade them from doing wrong most gently. If you see your advice being ignored, you should not become disobedient but remain reverent. This passage highlights the delicate balance between honoring one's elders and gently guiding them toward virtuous behavior. It, it demonstrates Confucius' view that the younger generation should sustain society moral fabric by exhibiting difference and providing instruction when appropriate. Filial piety. The analects depict filial piety, a key Confucian virtue, by stories and lessons. One of one moving tale is found in Book 2, Chapter 7, when Confucius praised Yan Yu, one of the one of his most loyal students, for having outstanding filial piety. A high-paying government job would have required Yan Yu to forsake his responsibility to care for his elderly mother. Despite his acute poverty and hunger, this story highlights the Analect's emphasis on unchanging devotion to parents and their conviction that filial piety is the basis of moral behavior. In summary, the Analects offer a rich tapestry of examples and stories that illuminate the principles of harmonious society, respect for elders, and filial piety. The narratives provide practical insights into how these virtues can be embodied in everyday life, serving as a guide for individuals seeking to live virtuously and contribute to a just, harmonious society. Impacts influence of Confucius teachings. For more than 2 millennia, Confucius' teachings contained in the Analects and another classical texts have had a lasting and significant influence on Chinese cultures, ethics, and government. The effect of Confucianism persistence in relevance is arguably one of its most impressive features. Chinese civilization has been affected by Confucius' focus on moral principles, respect for authority, and the value of family and community for many centuries. Confucian ideas still serve as the foundation for Chinese society today, influencing everything from government and corporate operation to family life and education. Confucius' lasting influence can be observed in China. China's steadfast pursuit of harmony, strong respect for tradition, and emphasis for moral behavior. Confucius' teachings have had considerable impact on the cultures of East Asian nations, such as Japan, Korea, and Vietnam, in addition to China. His stories have had a significant impact on how these civilizations' moral and ethical foundation have evolved. Additionally, because of its emphasis on universal qualities such as kindness, respect, and ethical precepts that still hold in today's interconnected world, acting as inspiration for people working to develop moral leadership, building strong communities, and advance peaceful coexistence. In essence, Confucius' ongoing influence is proof the ageless applicability of his teachings in promoting a more just, compassionate, and peaceful world.
Relevance of the Analects in today's society. First one is multiculturalism. The Analects continue to be a highly relevant source of wisdom that cuts across cultural borders in today's connected world. By emphasizing the benefits of knowing and appreciating many cultures and traditions, Confucius' emphasis on principles like compassion, respect, and propriety advances diversity. These principles establish an environment where people from all origins can live in peace with one another by encouraging people to interact with others with empathy and an open mind. The Analect's lesson on harmony and mutual respect provide invaluable advice for creating inclusive societies and overcoming cultural gaps in a worldwide society distinguished by cultural variety. Next is educational values. The Analects are still incredibly important in the field of education. Confucius' emphasis on the value of knowledge, transfer, self-improvement, and learning has persisted in modern educational institutions. The Analects serve as an inspiration for a comprehensive approach to education that includes the development of moral character and ethical principles in addition to the acquisition of academic information. The Analects serve as a timely reminder that education is not only about career progress, but also about personal development and making a positive impact on society in today's fast-paced world. These educational principles continue to be crucial for developing well-rounded people who can successfully navigate the complexity of the contemporary world. Next is leadership and ethics. The Analects offer a timeless manual for moral leadership and behavior. Confucius' lessons on ethical leadership, kindness, and the appropriate use of authority give crucial insights into a world characterized by complicated problems and moral conundrums. The Analects emphasize that true leadership is about serving the larger good with humility and integrity, rather than pursuing power of self-interest. These ideas are still relevant in today's debates about ethical leadership and corporate social responsibility, where it is becoming more and more demanded of leaders to put moral ideals and the welfare of their enterprises and communities first. In this context, the Analects serve as a source of inspiration and direction for those in positions of leadership who aspire to make moral choices and exercise compassion and wisdom in their leadership, ultimately promoting a more moral and just society. So, for conclusion, the timeless wisdom of Confucius, as captured in the Analects, serves as a guiding light for personal growth, harmonious relationships, and ethical leadership in today's ever changing world. Confucius' comprehensive understanding of human nature and ethics provides a road map for anybody looking to live wisely and honorably in the modern world. His emphasis on self-improvement serves as a reminder that the search for knowledge and moral character is a constant adventure that remains relevant as we encounter new chances and problems. Additionally, the Analects highlight the value of harmonious connections on a global level as well as inside our families and communities. Confucius' teachings on empathy and reciprocity motivate us to interact with others in a connected world distinguished by varied cultures and viewpoints. They inspire us to work together, discover points of agreement, and create understanding, ultimately leading to a more peaceful and accepting global community. Additionally, topics of governance and corporate responsibility today significantly resemble Confucian ethical leadership concepts. The Analects serve as a reminder that true leadership is built in goodness, justice, and a commitment to the well-being of the people they lead, principles that remain as crucial now as they did in Confucius' time, as leaders face increasingly complicated ethical challenges. So that is all for our presentation. Thank you.